pitches to Athens, Georgia, and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Old Dominion Monarchs, taking on last year's national champions, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Old Dominion Monarchs offense will have first crack at this one. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Makes the grab on the left. Strong, firm tackle.
And I like what the quarterback did to finish the run. He buys a little bit of time, scrambles out to his left, and as a right-handed quarterback, you really understand you got to square those shoulders while you're running, which can be difficult if you want to throw an accurate throw like he...
Turning it on! They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. And the Monarchs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. They're working that left side. Fighting off the defender. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Guys, let's chat for just a second about Old Dominion. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game. A remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road, potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you start to see the finish line now. Getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
The Monarchs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Headed to the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, ODU!
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
No.
Yard pickup. They come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He's got him in the flat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. Georgia sends out the punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with his 7-0 lead. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
What's wrong? Hmm?
What?
You want to go down?
Levi, you're so late. I'll probably go down the stairs like 10 times a day.
Hi, baby. If it wasn't so steep, I would have put a slide so you could just slide down. But you would just go wall. Where do you find all this stuff? Where did you find this? I'll work out.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Power football with the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Yeah.
Working.
I'll clean them. Just let me finish. I'll clean them. Give me a second.
Behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to buy time. Myers on the move. Got him, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Monarchs. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game.
London. Gandhi. You know how to pull the holes to the back in the yard? All you have to do is pull the holes to the gate on that side. Just take it, pull it to the back. You don't
Like
know.
the hoses in the front, just put it in the back.
Yeah, just pull it from the head. Just pull it all the way to the back for mommy. You know how I used to do?
Like, just put the hose in the backyard.
Yeah, please. Because she doesn't know how to do that. You pulled it to the back?
Yeah, but I got the gate open, but I couldn't close it back.
Oh my God. Get down. Get down. Come on. Get down.
They've got a lot of speed.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
You know, it's too bad that wasn't a bomb down the field, because if it was, that would have been a highlight that everybody would have seen. Because that goes for very minimal yardage, no one will see it unless you were here live watching, but what a great catch.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Got him downfield. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push.
Mom's gonna wash my crazy dirty hair.
Mm-hmm.
No. Make sure Levi doesn't clean my room stuff and
Where is he?
he's coming upstairs. And I cleaned my room really good today. And I'm coming down. Because he sees me and I'm the queen. Yes, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Found it.
Yep.
The other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
This offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set them up first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. A strike downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the football, early downs, trust their quarterback, not just the ground game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Turns it loose deep. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires on the move. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? They finally make the stop, and what a fantastic way to finish off this first quarter after that play. We've come to the end of the period. Old Dominion has the lead, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Looking for space. It's Burnett. Productive 4-yard gain there on the ground as he gets it down to the 31.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4-yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
To the air on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups where you see, I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety. So zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the Monarchs have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, ODU. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. They'll start this drive going to the air. The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
42 Spider.
Back to pass on second down. Under fire. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
Another incompletion on third down. Georgia sends out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do, build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention. this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Monarchs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. There he goes. The 20, the 10, touchdown Monarchs. Once he got some room, it was over.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next one?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's going for it all. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. He wants to throw it again. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. You'd think they would have had a good chance to... That one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Snagged out of the air. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks, we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Here's the handoff. And some room to work. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
This is exactly why this guy is your QB. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems and so many headaches.
And the Monarchs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, the power run here. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Monarchs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Got enough space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt. The give to the fullback. Touchdown, Old Dominion. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you love giving it to the big boy right near the goal line, plowing ahead. You know he's going to put 2 hands on the football, lower his shoulder. 2nd and goal. You don't need 3rd and goal, thanks to the big fella.
Hey, what happened? What are you doing?
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds his tight end. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Gonna swing it on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Wiley. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking down the middle. Complete to the right. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. Motion from the wideout. Finds his man. It's Barber. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Setting up the screen. Inside the 30. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's a heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
Well, one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
Man, so many more. We're going to say go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. Looking downfield, it's Cooper. It's complete to the left. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The offense will... use its first timeout of the half. One more snap coming before halftime. He wants to change this route. To the air on first down. Lets it fly. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Athens. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to the fellows between the hedges in Sanford Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Monarchs will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half.
Oh, he's got some space. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance. That game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach is something.
Pressure is effective. The defense, they knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
What a great response by this defense. You give up the big play. What do? You respond right back. You get upfield, get to the quarterback, get the negative play, and get the momentum right back.
And the Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Now the play fake. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And if this offense wants to get back in the football game, it starts up front. Like, they've got to do a better job of protecting their quarterback. A 3rd down and long situation coming up. They'll have another opportunity. They got to keep their quarterback upright.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. Georgia sends out the punt team. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'll go to the fullback. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Cooper. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
I like the execution by this defense. Nice job, situational football, right? Like understanding where the sticks are. You probably know they're going to pass the football on this down. Great job breaking.
Breaks into the open. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
And back to the air on second down. He'll get rid of it. Got his man all by himself. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
He tried to fight his way forward, but he didn't even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on third and long. Give to the fullback. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Fullbacks, a.k.a. blocking backs, a.k.a. don't touch the football very often and usually don't go far down the field, but a nice little chunk run here for the...
He's got it, first down and more. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Run it with the fullback. And he runs it all the way down to the 3-yard line before he's finally knocked down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. And here comes the offense on second down. Big fullback's got it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Give to the fullback. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder and he'll block longer in the future.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal.
29 Phillies.
They'll power it inside with the fullback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, that hurts because second down, you got everything in front of you, the whole playbook open. Now you get a lost yardage play. Now it's third down. Now it puts those feet to the fire a little bit more. Now you better come up with something you really love in this area of the field.
They'll run it on third and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, ODU.
Number 25 with the carry.
And I love
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here.
Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the San Diego State Aztecs offense will get first crack at it today. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they faced this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
Hey, they're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Davis will throw. Stands in and takes the hit. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Aztecs will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Using his legs, it's Jackson.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
They go to the draw. Creates a little space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
They'll try the run. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Anger. Turning it on. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down.
Ready.
Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and
gets it in there for the touchdown. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Guys, let's see what adjustments this San Diego State offense has made this time. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Just ran over it. And he's still running after the move. Off to the races to the right. Touchdown, Aztecs! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And what execution by the offense. The quarterback making the right decision on the defender quickly. Get it to your running back. And how about the wide receivers and everybody else blocking in space, create an alley so the running back can do the rest and make the huge play for the touchdown.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. So now it's second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Got out of trouble, got... think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long.
Set, ready.
From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Anger. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Now on first down from the 40. Looking downfield on first down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Trick 9.
Wants to throw again. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. On the move, he fires. He's got him wide open. And it's in there for a touchdown.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play. The Aztecs will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He takes it at the 45. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking at a 2nd and short now.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about.
Holding. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. All wideouts, no backs. Wants to fire on second down. Finds the tight end. There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw, because he put it out in front of his big...
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown.
And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Leaves it with the back. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The pull and throw off the RPO. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Aztecs come to the line in the hurry-up. They'll move the wide receiver. The play-action fake. Finds space on the right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
The Aztecs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Talking to coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Complete in the middle. Still making, he smashes his way through again. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Pulls and fires complete. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And the Aztecs come to the line with a new set of downs. Motion from the back. Got room to work. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Aztecs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Davis looking to pass. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some room headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdowns. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Aztecs!
Man, linebackers are so athletic nowadays in college football. They can play man on running backs and tight ends and all over the field. And how about the linebacker making the athletic interception and then showing you he could be a running back, taking it all the way back to the house for a touchdown.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Offense in an empty set. He'll start this drive firing. The throw. Got a man. It's Worthy. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job forcing an incompletion.
Quarterback gets enough. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You can see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there. And that time, it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And that's what this defense needs to get going. You've given up a bunch of touchdowns. You haven't been great early, but now you finally get some pressure, get the quarterback to the ground. Now maybe start turning this defense around.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Leaves it with the running back. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He's got an open man. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
A first down run on the doorstep. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. Keep it on the ground, and he's in for the touchdown. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but
picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. Davis will throw. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, San Diego State. And they add. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the catch. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football team because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Off play action. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, we know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Got it in the middle. It's Anger. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. On the run, still looking. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, they're not able to hook up there, but considering this guy already has 2 touchdown catches in this game, now the offensive coordinator is dialing up more passes his way. And you know the quarterback, he's got like a sonar on him. He's always aware of where he is, and I like the idea. I'm going to keep throwing this guy.
Oh, look out, the ball's free. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Flying out to the left. The 20. Touchdown, Aztecs. And they turn it into a score.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on 3rd down. Handoff from the gun. Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
It's sad they pay me. I do this for free.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Tries to get it on the ground. They'll stop him short. Just what they needed as they get the ball back for their offense.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches.
So will the defense try to keep it all in front, or will they go after the quarterback here and try to end it? Catch in the middle. It's Anger. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Moves away as he feels pressure. It's complete on the right side. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense getting in and getting the running back in the lead.
That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Got to give this defense tons of credit. How good have they been on the back end in coverage? It just feels like every time this QB has thrown the ball, it's been contested. They haven't given up a lot of yards, and they need to continue to be great in coverage.
Into the end zone. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Barrels ahead. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And this offense really showed.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, execute.
This shit jumped on the wrong fucking thing, dog. What up, son? So give me a second. Give me a second, right quick. Swan, my bad, Swan.